Can you guys see me? Is it focused? Yes, it is. Hello. Hi, guys. I'm wearing makeup. Why? Why, you ask? Because it is my 1-year anniversary on Etsy. Go Etsy. And I'm so excited to share my results with you. Did you notice that I have my hair in a similar fashion to how I had it in my first video? And then I'm also shooting back in my studio. Ooh. Wait, I might regret this. Look where we are. Oh, yes. We are back in the studio where everything happens. So, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am Danny D. This is Danny Tries a Ting. And this is where I talk about my Etsy results. My time selling namely digital, well, not anymore. Now it's not namely digital products. It started off being specifically digital products, but now it has expanded. My world has expanded. So, because it is my anniversary, I did actually write a little, what we call it, a story, a poem, something. I wrote something. I wrote some words. Because anniversaries should be special. I'm an artist first, but you know what? I know some of y'all hear what my numbers are. That's cool. That's cool. So y'all can just skip to y'all. Today is my anniversary. Okay, so you see, Etsy and I have been together for the last year. We have had our share of ups and downs, that is for certain. Etsy is not always easy to understand. I've had to learn their love language, and they really haven't even tried to learn mine. Like, what happened to quality time or acts of service? Search engine optimization? Like, that hardly seems like a real love language to me, but I digress. Etsy loves when I push its buttons and upload multiple listings a week. I try to. I want to be a good partner, but I'm honestly not that consistent. And when I'm not, Etsy lets a girl know. The reality is that this, just like any other relationship, requires work. Passive where? I'm surprised we've made it this far, if I'm honest. The ads were getting pricey, but I guess cheaper than a fourth-course meal. Etsy sometimes shows their true interest in me with sporadic sales, favorited items, but the best is when they share with me reviews, meaningful words that really affirm my vision. Now, we aren't exclusive or anything. Etsy constantly has me proving my place in their world. And you know what? Soon I will have to admit to Etsy that they aren't the only one. Yeah. But I've also been dabbling in .com. Still, I hope we make it. Cheers to our first year, Etsy.
Look, Mommy. Mommy, look. That picture from the same day when you were pregnant.
Hi, it's me from post-production. Just want to remind you to keep thinking about Palestine always, okay? Thank you. So, for February 2023 to February 2024, my 1 year on Etsy, what did it look like? I had a total of 4,922 visits, which resulted in 93 orders. A conversion rate of 1.9, which is not horrible, but not as high as one would like it to be. Excuse me. And then total revenue, $2,083.59. Now, if y'all been watching my videos from time, you know I'm not super thrilled, especially if you watched one of my first few videos, you know that I had quite lofty goals of what I'm still seeking out to accomplish. So I am a far cry away from those goals. That said, I think I have a lot of lessons learned along the way, and I feel so much different than I did 12 months ago. I think the best conversion rate that I had was in September, and if I'm not mistaken, that coincided with a surge on TikTok. I think that was where I saw my most amount of orders, and I think it would have been nice if I could have continued on that path. Some other stats that Etsy highlights at the 1 year mark. Item favorites, 255 shoppers hearted my shop. 130 people are following the shop, so they want to see the updates. This is where, if you have your mailing list, y'all better start working on your mailing list. That is me speaking to me right now. I am talking to myself. My mailing list needs to get going. Reviews, 58 reviews, and an average of 5-star rating, because your girl is a 5-star girl. And repeat buyers, there's 8 repeat buyers. All 8 of y'all, just wait till I have some more hot fire coming for y'all. And then cities reached is 59. So 59 cities across 6 different countries. We're gonna keep growing. We're gonna find ourselves in other countries. Just you wait. Anyway, so these are interesting stats too. It's sort of nice to get this little snapshot at the end of the year. So I think one of the ways in which maybe I might be different than some of these videos that I myself have consumed about growing on Etsy is that I am an artist first. And so, you know, throughout my videos, I talk about how I was really stubborn and I wanted to make the things that I wanted to make. It's like stubborn, but also like passionate. And so a lot of these things were sort of like little passion projects that I wanted to make, as opposed to being strictly led by what might actually sell and what the needs were. And so I think in terms of lesson number 1, I would say that write down a list of the things that you're interested in, the things that you're actually good at making, and then start to do your market research. Because then you can figure out what are the intersections between what you're good at and what you like making, and where the need actually lies, so that you are putting your efforts towards creating something that is actually needed in the world and that still coincides with something that you want to make. I think that is lesson number 1. You know, for example, I'm making these paper dolls and I still love making it. I don't think I'm gonna stop, but they haven't been my best sellers. They just haven't. And I still have more and more ideas of more that I want to make, but I do want to figure out how can these paper dolls fit into a different market? Like, what are different ways to market it? So it's just a longer process for me. So I'm saying, if you are about to start your Etsy shop, or you've like, you know, maybe just started, make sure that your market research is strong. The next thing I will say, and I've said it repeatedly in my videos, is search engine optimization. It's just crucial. It is Etsy's love language, really and truly. It is how people will find you. So it's all about finding the right terminology to help people find the product that you've made. If you sell cards, birthday cards, right? I don't know, maybe it's like a dog themed card. What you want your search engine optimization to reflect is A, that it's a birthday card, B, that there are dogs in it, it's for dog lovers. You know, again, you're trying to figure out the right words that your audience will plug in to find your product. So if you might have a very, very specific title, that might not be the title that you want to use in your Etsy description, because that might not be easy to find, especially if it's something very, very specific. You want to find something, you want to find categories under which your products fall under, so that it really helps your audience find you. Okay, next is the frequency of posting. Oh my gosh. I mean, I felt like when I was trailing behind, I would be like, okay, you know what? It's because I'm not posting enough. I'm now gonna post more. And being a mom, having limited time, I just found it hard to post at the frequency that I would have liked to. And I guess the reason that Etsy wants you to post frequently, it's like they want to see that you're active. And the more that you are pushing into them, then I think the more that they will push you out to others. So I do think the combination of frequency and search engine optimization can really help to propel your products and your listings to like the earlier pages, the earlier search pages on Etsy. Okay, I'm gonna get intimate for this one. And you know what? Ultimately, I just want you to be affirmed in your vision. You know, this whole project started a year ago where, you know, I was trying to make sense of motherhood, postpartum, and trying to sort through my creativity, try to regain my creativity. And I just hope that you feel, you know, and you feel that your voice is important. Your voice, it is distinct. There is nobody else who has your voice, who has your perspective. And so the spin that you put on the products that you create is important. You might feel like there is so much competition. You might feel like there are so many people already doing the thing that it is that you dreamt or want to do or create. And I think it's important to have faith. It's important to have confidence and to work at that confidence. And ultimately to recognize that the way that you are going to do something, the way that you are going to put it out into the world will be way different than what other people have done. I mean, assuming you're not copying somebody. So take pride in that. Take pride in knowing that you're one of one, and the ideas that you have, there are people out there who will connect with those ideas. And I think when I think about this 1-year journey, one of the things that is true is that there's still fear. The fear hasn't dissipated. It hasn't completely gone away. It's still there. But now I recognize that taking the risk of overcoming the fear or meeting the fear, that's when I get to the other side. And when I get to the other side of fear, there is just a lot of pride in the risks that I've taken, and a lot more confidence. I mean, the me today is not the me in that first video. I have progressed and changed so much, even though monetarily I'm not at the financial goals that I want to achieve. But creatively, and even in terms of the community that I've built, I have made some really big steps that I'm really, really proud of. And again, I feel more confident in what it is I want my brand, Off of Shop, to be about. I highly encourage anybody who wants to start Etsy to go ahead and do it, and to think through the ways in which you're going about it ultimately. But again, like I said, I feel like I led with creativity. In doing so, it took me down such a path. It took me down such a path that, you know, if I had strictly stuck with digital products, I might be somewhere completely different. But I have no regrets about my journey. It's my journey, mine alone. And I am so excited to see where it continues to lead me, to be quite honest. Like, y'all already saw what I did the first year. What do you think I'm gonna do the next year? If you have been watching my previous content, then you know that it's not that Etsy and I are breaking up, it's that now we're in a polygamous relationship with .com as well. And so I think it'll be really interesting to see how I navigate having the two spaces. It will be interesting to see if my search engine optimization work with Etsy, if that is strong enough to, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's strong yet, so I do think I have to first go through all my terms and what have you, just all the SEO, and see if I can strengthen it, compare what was working to maybe improve some of the stuff. And again, I mentioned, I think in the past, that I've been using eRank to do so. So I am due for a new sweep and update of SEO on my Etsy. I will also continue to list on both the Etsy and the .com. It's double the work, but I do think that there could be benefits to still having it on both platforms. And again, if I am able to improve my SEO, then hopefully organically people will arrive at my products. My intention with my social media will be to, you know, really platform my .com platform. Ultimately, this idea that there will be less processing fees and what have you through my .com, so more of my profit can end up in my own pockets. Thankfully, my .com, I used the cheap version. I did the free version. So the website isn't exactly everything that I dreamt it to be, but I do think the important thing is to start, and then as I continue to grow, then I can continue to reinvest in my business, and then, you know, maybe down the road I'll update my website. I think as I go into this new year, the word that comes to mind is juxtaposition. I already talked about audacity. So audacity is definitely one of the 3 words, because I'm trying to figure out the 3 words for me that represent me, what represent my brand. Audacity is one of them, because I think it has to do with like really having confidence and holding your chest up high and, you know, taking those leaps. But I think also juxtaposition for me is interesting because it has to do with these interesting pairings or seemingly disparate pairings. That's how I see it in my mind anyways, trying to pair things differently. I think about that as it relates to my brand with the products that I'm creating, but I also think about that as it relates to YouTube, like this. Like, I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking head videos, and I sort of want to branch out of that. I feel like I'm in a box, and I'm trying to get out of the box. I'm trying to get out of the box a little bit. And how do I do that when I only have, let's say, you know, an hour nap time to film this video? What does that look like for me? So I really want to push the button, push, what's the expression again? I want to push the box. Push the box, is that it? I very much appreciate you being here with me. Thank you again. I have also reached at least 500 subscribers, so thank you so much if you are one of them. If you are not, what are you doing? I'm joking. If you're not, please subscribe, please. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Like, subscribe, engage, comment. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Bye. See you at the next one. Yeah, my camera's gonna die, so quick say hi before it dies.
Hi! Hi!
What's the name of my store, by the way? What do you say, Bless? Yes. Okay, you guys know this name. It's good to know.
What's it?
It's packaged. Okay, bye.
Okay.